It has been a great week in your company. And before we head off to enjoy our weekend wherever we are in the world, hello to Saskatchewan, hello to Zambia, hello to South Africa, hello to the United States, hello to Sweden and everyone in between. I read your messages every day. Thank you for the continued prayers for the peace of Jerusalem. I love you guys, I really do. And in case you are joining for the first time, I am Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief. And the Israel Brief is always brought to you by these guys, Lay of the Land. So I will tell you where you can find all our work, but let's get into those top stories as we do every Monday to Thursday. I hope you have your coffee. I know somebody messaged me yesterday that this is the best way to wake up and enjoy a cup of coffee. You know what? I agree. I have a thing of water here and not coffee, so to share it with you means the world. Okay, so let's take a look at those top stories making headlines, and we are on day 188 of Israel's war with Hamas following the atrocities of the 7th of October. We keep talking about them here at the Israel Brief and at Lay of the Land because it is so important as the world moves on, as the passage of time moves on. The world has forgotten the events of the 7th of October, which led to what we are seeing now, Israel's war with Hamas. We also continue to call for the immediate release of our 133 hostages still being held captive by Hamas. I do notice a worrying trend of world leaders and celebrities around the world and many people who are opining on what's happening, neglecting to mention our hostages. In Israel, we eat, breathe, live, sleep the release of our hostages. These are our loved ones. Some of them are from your countries. We want them back now. Let's take a look at those headlines. And for once, we begin with good news. It has been reported that Israel and Indonesia have quietly been talking about normalizing relations, at least for the last 3 months. Now, one of the conditions by Indonesia is that they will agree to recognize Israel if Israel agrees to allow them into the OECD. This is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Jerusalem has reportedly been blocking Jakarta in previous years. However, the OECD is involved with these talks, and hopefully we will see the Indonesians join our circle of Abrahamic brothers and sisters. Now, if Indonesia does normalize ties with Israel, this is the biggest Muslim country in the world to do that. And I mean, Indonesia is the biggest Muslim country in the world. This is a massive game changer. And what is interesting is that as Israel works in cooperation with international partners to ensure that humanitarian aid continues to get into the Gaza Strip, yesterday for the first time, Indonesia participated in an airdrop along with 12 other countries. So at last, we have some good news. Yesterday, Israel announced that 3 of Ismail Haniyeh is the political leader of Hamas, 3 of his sons were killed in an Israeli airstrike. Now, Hamas confirmed this and also told Al Jazeera that several of his grandchildren were also reported to have been killed in the airstrike. Haniyeh's reaction when told is absolutely chilling, and if you are online you can actually see this. The Daily Mail has this as a headline. They say the chilling reaction of Ismail Haniyeh. He doesn't bat an eyelid. I think if any of us were told that our children or grandchildren were killed, we can't even describe the levels of grief. The levels of grief are so intense. But Ismail Haniyeh basically shrugged his shoulders. He said, they're the purest blood for the liberation of Al-Aqsa and Jerusalem. And when he was asked, do you want to continue our meeting? He said, no, what for? Let's continue. Absolutely chilling. Israel has confirmed that Haniyeh's 3 sons were terrorists. Haniyeh, on the other hand, lives in luxury in Qatar. The United States have said that it is not a matter of if, but rather when Iran will strike Israel. And this comes in reaction to what Iran blamed Israel for an airstrike which killed a senior IRGC commander in the embassy compound in Damascus, Syria last week, along with 6 others. Iran have threatened reprisal attacks. Israel has not commented whether or not we were responsible for that airstrike. However, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant as well as Foreign Minister Israel Katz have both warned Iran, don't attack us, because we will not hesitate to strike our enemies whenever and wherever they attack us. The United States officials have told Al Jazeera, very interesting that they're telling this to Al Jazeera, which means that the message is direct to Iran. They've told Al Jazeera that the United States has not ruled out retaliating and supporting Israel if Israel is attacked. Meanwhile, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said that the United States will support Israel in an attack against Iran. Meanwhile, the Israeli Air Force, in preparation for any event, are practicing drills. And I have to tell you, in Israel, it's pretty tense at the moment. We are bracing ourselves for any eventuality. Many of us have prepared our shelters with water, with batteries, with food, just in case we are facing down a major attack. Incidentally, people are asking, what about the Iron Dome? The Iron Dome is meant to guard against or defend against certain kinds of missiles, not all missiles. So we thank goodness for the United States, the United Kingdom, all our allies, and of course our exceptional military minds here who have developed our air defense systems. And finally, because let's go into the weekend with some good news, people. I just want to touch on humanitarian aid. COGAT, which is the unit responsible for ensuring the steady flow of humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip, this is their sole responsibility. This unit is focused only on humanitarian issues. COGAT have said in the last couple of days over 1,200 trucks have entered the Gaza Strip. Now there are 4 terrestrial entry points, and aid is going in on the ground. It is coming in through airdrops. 13 countries participated yesterday and dropped aid into the country, and we are seeing them it come from the sea as well. So we are seeing this massive effort. But one thing we also are seeing is that at least 500 trucks, and this is according to a picture that's put out on social media by COGAT, 500 trucks that have been inspected are still waiting for the United Nations and aid agencies to ensure their distribution. We know that the situation on the ground for the people of Gaza is horrific. As an Israeli, we are horrified. We have extreme empathy for what civilians are going through. We know that the United States envoy on humanitarian issues has said that Hamas takes the aid. But we also faced Israel being routinely accused of withholding aid or not allowing in aid, and that is not the facts on the ground. The facts on the ground is that aid is going in. But we need more responsibility taken by those agencies to ensure that it is distributed. So that's where we end off our headlines today. Guys, don't forget to check out all our original content on our website. You can find us at www.layoftheland.online. We are on YouTube right here at the Israel Brief. So like, share, subscribe, click. You guys know what to do. We are on X at Lay of the Land 5 and on Facebook. Almost forgot our Facebook community, and you can find us at Lottel Side. So guys, have a wonderful weekend, a well-deserved rest. Shabbat Shalom wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves and each other. Big hugs and kisses, and I will catch you again on Monday for your top stories. Bye for now.